Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Taurus. It's time to have a look and see what is going on with regards to your last week of February 2021. And just a quick heads up for you, a great deal of this week is still very much influenced by that new moon we had in Aquarius last week. So if you did not see that video, because I found out when I upload all 12 of my horoscopes at the same time, YouTube does not distribute them among my followers evenly. Well, you might want to go check out that playlist on my channel page, on my profile page, and find out what was going on there. And I'm going to be saving the full moon in Virgo at the very, very end of this week, beginning of next week for next week's horoscopes, because it doesn't make any sense to talk about it now. But just, again, go to my main channel page. You can look at the playlists. It's always all there. And if it doesn't show up in your feed, just visit the channel and you'll find it. Now, this week, however, does have another energy current that is dominating the atmosphere from Tuesday to Friday, and that is Mars, the planet of action, passion, and energy, which is in your sign, forming a strong trine aspect to Pluto, which is in Capricorn, your 9th house of higher education, government legal proceedings, travel, as well as culture, your spiritual practice, your reach to the rest of the world. And with Mars trine to Pluto, we have a freedom moment. We have a big break coming your way, because Mars trine to Pluto is bringing an abrupt end to something that has been a cloud over your head, limiting your movements, limiting your availability maybe to accomplish a certain task or have a bit of a breakthrough when it comes to your career, your spiritual practice, your academic life, possibly even cleaning up old matters as it relates to government or legal proceedings, if that's something that you still have going on. Mars trine to Pluto, however, is going to force you to do something that you might not feel emotionally prepared to do, or to release something that you might not feel emotionally prepared to let go. I don't see this as a loss, but it is the end of an era for you, and sometimes we can even get attached to the negative things that have become a part of our life for so long that we almost even miss them because of the void that's left when they go. Mars trine to Pluto is asking you to allow for the Band-Aid to get ripped off, because this is something that's going to happen for you and in your favor, but it's not going to happen the way you would have done it. It's something that is going to require you to follow a different step or follow many different problem-solving measures that's really going to actually catch you up on a lot of things that maybe you have been held back with. You didn't know you were being held back from. So what's going on here when it comes to your cards? Well, for your spiritual theme, you've got the 9 of Cups upright. So the big focus of this week is a massive amount of wishes are getting granted for you, especially when it comes to a lot of long-sought triumphs, a lot of long-sought breakthroughs, long-sought gifts, or maybe even breaking a few tenacious glass ceilings when it comes to your personal abundance, your romantic life, your family life. The 9 of Cups upright is getting to have your cake and finally get a taste of it as well. The thing about the 9 of Cups that I find is an interesting spiritual theme is that a lot of your wishes are getting granted, but you are also, yes, needing to make sure that you understand the means by which they come to you, or the ways by which people will actually take measures to make it happen for you, may not necessarily follow your logic, follow your style, your approach, or even what you could have planned to do about it. And it's important to allow yourself to be flexible in this way, especially when it comes to these breaks from familiar patterns and familiar strategies, and get out of your own way, all right? Because it's going to be a damn good week. And I know we have some hectic cards here, but this puts a positive spin on every single one of them. Now, as we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work, your job, and your finances, you have the Five of Wands in reverse. And I'm actually seeing that there is something getting shut off, something turning down or coming down that is actually ending some kind of struggle that you have been in with regards to either a financial or professional matter. Now, with the Five of Wands reversed, this could be competition dropping out of your life, problematic expenses, hellish clients and customers, maybe even the end of a tense negotiation, debate, or battle as it regards, to a financial or professional matter. The Five of Wands reversed and that Nine of Cups are giving me a very strong sense of relief, however. And I feel as though we actually see a big chapter in our material life coming to an end. Now, whether this end is because you are being released and relieved, or you are being gifted and therefore on the receiver end of things, that remains to be seen. Of course, check your rising and your moon sign, as my opening clip always says in every video. But pay attention, because you're getting off the hook for something quite big that is allowing you to receive something that has maybe been in waiting. As we get on to your communications with your friends, maybe your relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Strength card upright, and we do have a beautiful opportunity to actually start getting a lot closer with people that maybe we've been kept at a distance from. Now, whether it's a time difference, a time distance, an availability distance, something where maybe there has been a drift in some way, or with the Strength card, it could also very well be a situation where we are recovering from maybe an imbalance or a quarrel or a fight. A lot of you Taurus people are getting a chance to kind of pull in your family, your chosen family, your crew, your companions so much closer and so much tighter. I am seeing a lot of you graduating into a space where you can, refine your tribe as well. And you may be also finding with the Strength card upright and that Nine of Cups that you are also able to kind of move forward with the people that you want to keep in your life, whilst also relieving yourself of the people that maybe didn't belong in the first place, or that, again, kind of like that Five of Wands reversed, were taking up someone else's seat. As we get on to your challenge this week, you have the Tower upright. And so keeping in the theme of that Mars trine Taurus, a lot of your normals, a lot of your familiar routines and patterns are going to be going up in smoke this week. And I feel like with the Tower, because that Nine of Cups is really cutting the tension, and making it, again, for the better, I don't feel like this is necessarily something that's going to be too difficult to accept. But with the Tower card upright, you may be finding that while you are having a pretty damn good week, there does seem to be some kind of long-standing staple in your life, whether it is, a friendship, a family relationship, or maybe a goal you've been attached to for a while. I'm not seeing like a short-term goal. I'm seeing something that maybe you've been holding on to for a couple of years, maybe even more than that, is showing signs of not being able to substantiate. And it may kind of throw you and anyone else involved through a bit of a tailspin. Make sure that you get control of that spiral as quickly as possible. A great deal of that Nine of Cups is granting a lot of your personal wishes, which means whatever is falling apart is probably not something that actually belongs to the real you. It may actually belong to the conditioned adult you, the conditioned adult ego, which, as we talked about in the New Light Astrology video, is still getting purged. As we get on to your relationships with love and romance, your partnerships, we've got the Four of Swords in reverse. And this week, I do feel that while you might be having a pretty dang good week, it does look like with regards to relationships and partnerships, the Four of Swords reverse is showing signs of possibly a bit of cramping of style occurring here. And this may be a week where we need to, maybe reassess where certain elements of a new relationship or maybe an existing relationship need to come to new terms with how to work with each other and, address the terms of this relationship in a way that works in the highest interest of all concerned. Because with the Four of Swords reversed, sometimes we can see a situation show up where a person is kind of up and down, they're still kind of living in the past, or they're not catching up or keeping up with the flow of where everything is going. They're with it 1 minute and then they're not the next. They're going way too hard in one direction, or they're maybe kind of changing their opinions. They're changing their emotions like every other day. This could be something that could be going on outside of your relationship though. And so you're going to want to check in with your partner and see what's got them so spooked. It could very well be that they are coming to terms with certain things that they've kind of pushed out of their heads that they maybe have needed to process or needed to clear for a long time. And so it could be a stressful week for relationships, I'm not going to lie. Again, don't forget to check your rising and your moon sign for more context as to what's going on here. And that's what I've got for you. So I hope you enjoyed this, Taurus. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.